Slope of a line. In this module you will learn to find the slope of a line and conditions related to a line in terms of its slope. Slope is defined as the ratio of the altitude change to the horizontal distance between any 2 points on the line. It is the measure of its steepness. Now, to derive the formula for the slope of a line in a Cartesian plane, consider a straight line joining the points x1, y1 and x2, y2, making an angle theta with x-axis. Now imagine that we run from x1 to x2. The change in x would be x2 minus x1. Next, referring to the y coordinates, when we climb up from point y1 to y2, the change in y will be y2 minus y1. Representing slope by letter m, we have slope formula m equal to vertical change, that is y2 minus y1 upon horizontal change, that is x2 minus x1. Further, y2 minus y1 represents the perpendicular and x2 minus x1 represents the base of this right triangle with respect to theta. So, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to tan theta. Thus, slope of a line whose inclination with x-axis is theta is tan theta. You must remember that angle theta made by a line with the x-axis is measured counterclockwise from the positive direction of the x-axis and is known as inclination of the line. Now we will discuss the circumstances in which the slope becomes positive, negative, zero and undefined. All the lines slanting upwards to the right have positive slope, and the lines parallel to y-axis have slope as undefined. All the lines slanting downwards to the right have negative slope. However, the lines parallel to x-axis have slope as 0. Next we will discuss about the slopes of parallel lines in the Cartesian plane. Since the inclinations of parallel lines are always equal, they have equal slopes. This helps us to conclude the condition of parallelism, which states that two non-vertical lines are parallel if and only if their slopes are equal. Now we will discuss about slopes of the perpendicular lines in a Cartesian plane. Observe that the slope of this line is 4 upon 2 and the slope of the line perpendicular to it is minus 2 upon 4. That is, the slopes of the two perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals to each other. As the slopes are negative reciprocals to each other, the product of the slopes will be minus 1. Thus, we conclude that two non-vertical lines are perpendicular if and only if their slopes are negative reciprocals to each other. In this module, you have learnt the following. Slope of a line is the measure of its steepness. Slope of a non-vertical line joining the points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given by m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. All the lines slanting upwards to the right have positive slope. All the lines slanting downwards to the right have negative slope. Slope of horizontal line is 0 and slope of vertical line is undefined. Two non-vertical lines are parallel if and only if their slopes are equal. Two non-vertical lines are perpendicular to each other if and only if the product of their slopes is equal to minus 1.